So what happens when a pair of silver foxes teams up for an espionage thriller?
A commercial for a denture cream?
Well, that's kind of rude. Just because you're of an advanced age doesn't mean you can't open a major motion picture.
You are absolutely right.
Find out when we review The Good Liar.
Stuff's actually really good.
In the way you look tonight.
Welcome to Alternating. We're discovering good movies, one bad movie at a time. I'm film school dropout Robert Jarasinski.
And I'm the casual moviegoer, Carrie Jarasinski.
And while we have different backgrounds and perspectives on movies, our goal is always the same: to help you navigate the cinema world, to determine if you should spend big bucks on a flick rushing to theaters, wait for it to come out on streaming, or skip it altogether. This week, we're taking a look at The Good Liar. If you've had a chance to see it, make sure to leave your thoughts on the movie in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all our videos.
This one stars Ian McKellen as career con artist Roy Courtney, who meets wealthy widow Betty McLeish online, played by Helen Mirren, and begins to plan how to steal her fortune. It's clear from the film that Roy is a longtime con man who manipulates others into giving him access to their finances through a string of deception and false identities, along with his business partner Vincent, played by Jim Carter, who acts as sort of his accountant. His latest target is Betty McLeish, a former history teacher at Oxford who lost her husband a year ago. Complications arise as Betty's overprotective, meddling grandson doesn't trust Roy.
Come on now, who wouldn't trust that face? Ian McKellen.
True.
The film comes from Nicholas Searle's debut novel of the same name that quickly made it up the bestseller list. It was actually one of the books I rented from our local library. Mind you, I never read it, because I never read, but it felt good to rent it. Directed by Bill Condon, best known for filming the Twilight Saga finale, Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Part 2, it reunites the director with McKellen, who starred in Condon's other films, including Gods and Monsters, Mr. Holmes, and Beauty and the Beast, where he voiced Cogsworth. Is it Cogsworth or Cogworth?
I don't know.
Kara, what did you think of The Good Liar?
Well, you tell me that you're pairing up Ian McKellen and Helen Mirren in what seems to be sort of a cat and mouse thriller, and I am all in. So the highlights for me were just that. The chemistry and banter between Mirren and Ian McKellen is great. You can really tell that they're having a whole lot of fun with their parts. And then it's a great premise. They tell you that it's kind of like a schemy con man trying to go after a wealthy woman and her fortune. It's a twisty thriller, and part of what I just told you ends up being true. And last, the first 2/3 of this movie, I'd say, are enjoyable enough to the point where I started thinking to myself, I might actually want to take my parents to this movie. Which brings me to the lowlights. If I had seen the last third of this movie while sitting next to my dad, I would have actually had to remove my eyeballs from my literal face. So it takes a totally unnecessary turn that I am really still mad about. And next, I love a good twist in a movie, but my biggest pet peeve is when there's a big plot turn or reveal and the writer goes back and sort of gives you the extensive backstory versus there being clues sprinkled throughout the movie. And I would say in this case, it's just not that great of a twist. So I gave The Good Liar 2.5 stars, and I'd have a really hard time recommending that you see it in theaters. So if you are going to see it, stream it at home and make sure that you have lots of wine in hand. So Rob, I know you liked the last act of this movie even less than me, so I can't wait to hear what you think about it.
Well, I'm absolutely in agreement with you, Carrie. Ian McKellen and Helen Mirren are two of the most charismatic and sexiest thespians, regardless of age. Bringing them together on screen and coupling them with source material that received a ton of accolades got me excited. Highlights for me were, of course, the cast. McKellen and Mirren bring their game to the roles and manage to keep us interested in them as individuals and as a pair. While we follow the despicable Courtney, played by McKellen, you can't help but root for him a little bit. Second, the setup. I love espionage movies, con men, grifts, and this movie definitely had the makings of a story I wanted to see unfold. Lowlights for me were, and you covered a lot of this, Care, was, first, it was predictable. If you've seen the trailer for The Good Liar, it is very obvious where the film is going, and none of the beats of the movie are a surprise. This is quite disappointing since that is the point of the movie in the first place. I personally was hoping that they were setting up a little bit of misdirection. And second, the ending. Ah, boy, was that an ending. While predictable, the modus operandi was not. Since the film never cares to provide any clues whatsoever, it seems like it comes out of nowhere. When the motivations are explained, it was extremely upsetting. And I realize it's likely based on the source material, so I'm actually thrilled that I didn't take the time to read it. And just like you, Care, heading into the last third of the movie, I was ready to give The Good Liar 3 stars, but after that abysmal ending, it dropped a full star. I give The Good Liar 2 stars, and despite getting to see these two greats on screen, I suggest skipping it altogether.
Well, we love hearing from everyone, so share your thoughts on the movie in the comments below. We have other videos like this one that we would love for you to check out. So subscribe to our channel for all of our latest updates.
And if you want more details about all the stuff we're up to, including our weekly movie giveaways, head to our website, alternateending.com. We'll catch you next time.
Tune in